Hi, it's Jon Mitchell, Mayor of New Bedford, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. So there are a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. The first has to do with something that we all experience and see, and that's the condition of our roads and the state of our roads. So you will see an awful lot of road work in the coming weeks and coming months. You'll see a number of really big and important projects along the way, and you've seen some of them already start. So Union Street is about to start. Union Street is the main street in downtown, as we all know, and it has to work really well and look good and support all the good development that's going on right now, including the new hotel and the new restaurants. So that's happening. Cogswell Street, right at the start of the north end, that is another key roadway in the city. That's going to be done. We saw all the work last year on the underground infrastructure, the wastewater and water work. Well, we're going to do the surface now, so that looks real sharp and will be good on cars. And then the biggest project is the southernmost segment of JFK Boulevard, starting, otherwise known as Route 18, starting at the downtown, at the end of the downtown, all the way down to Cove Street. So that's going to be completely redone. And what will be different about that is not just that it's going to look better, but there'll be lateral crossings, a couple of streets that will go straight through. Rivet Street's going to go straight through now, and then there'll be a couple of other openings on Division Street and a couple of other streets. So it'll actually be knitted together with the waterfront better than ever before, at least in the last 50 years. So we're looking forward to that. But there's also a lot of other work that's being done. It's no secret that our roads are in bad shape in our city. That didn't happen overnight. That's happened over many years as a result of the city's not keeping up with maintenance, as well as problems with utility contractors. We're taking some major steps to reverse that trend. One of the things that we're doing is we're requiring utility contractors, once they're done and once the patches they put down settle over the areas where they've worked, to go back and to pave all the way to the midline of the roadway so that things are smoother, so you don't have this patchwork anymore. That's going to take some time to do, no doubt about it, but over time it'll really make a difference in the roadways. The second really big thing that we're doing is, for the first time ever, the city has made a significant investment of its own money into roadways. We get about $2 million from the state in so-called Chapter 90 money every year that goes to the resurfacing of our roadways. That money's not enough. And so what we're doing now is we're putting roughly $1 million more as part of the city's capital plan into our roadways to add to that $2 million. So in effect, we have about a 50% increase in the amount of money will be going into our roads. Over time, that will make our roads look a lot better. It's not going to happen overnight. But the idea here is that the city has to have a program in place, a practice in place to keep up with the maintenance needs of our roads so they don't end up looking the way they are now. So we're getting on it, and I think it's an important issue for everybody. And I want to thank the City Council for approving that investment that happened a couple of weeks ago. It's money very well spent. We've got to make our roads look good. So much of the rest of the city looks good. As you look around, the cleanliness of the city has really improved, and the condition of the treescapes and the condition of buildings has really improved. We want to make sure that our roads are keeping up. So that's going to happen, and you'll see the signs of that this summer. The other thing I just want to mention really briefly today is that the Seaport Art Walk is kicking off. That's a pretty fun event. We are truly an art city, and we need to promote that as much as possible. It's a big part of what New Bedford is, and we don't tout that as much as we should sometimes. So what you'll see over the course of the summertime, just like last summer and the summer before, are pieces of public art along the central waterfront. And a lot of them will have maritime themes. A lot of them will have different kinds of other themes. But it's a way of celebrating not only our maritime history, but also to promote the arts in our city as part of an important part of our quality of life. So that's kicking off this Saturday, and I hope people can go down to the State Pier in the afternoon to check it out. That's the launch, and then it'll happen over, those things will be on display over the course of the summer. So With all that, more to come this summer. There's a lot more to talk about, concerts and other things. I'll leave that for another day. But until then, this has been the Mayor's Weekly Update. We'll see you next week.